There are moments in life when the world feels unbearably heavy, when even the simple act of breathing seems like a burden. You might feel invisible, broken, or left behind while everything around you keeps moving forward. But here's the truth: your story isn't over. The very pain you're carrying right now holds the power to awaken a strength inside you that you never knew existed. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of a transformation that can only come from the darkest nights. There are days when the silence around you feels louder than any voice, when the world seems to move in perfect rhythm while you remain stuck in place. You wake up and the air feels heavier, your own thoughts becoming a burden too heavy to carry. Your pillow has memorized the shape of your tears, and the mirror reflects someone you hardly recognize anymore. In those moments, you wonder if life has passed you by, if your efforts have been in vain, if your existence even matters. The whisper inside you grows stronger, telling you it might be easier to give up, to stop trying, to let go. But here's something most people forget: even in that silence, even in your breaking, there is a strength growing inside you. It's not loud, it's not visible to others, but it's real. That whisper asking you to quit is not your true self. Your true self is the one still holding on, still taking one more breath, still choosing to stay. That choice, small as it may feel, is the seed of resilience. Rock bottom doesn't announce itself with sirens or warnings. It comes quietly in moments when you realize everything you thought you had is slipping away. Your dreams seem shattered, your future uncertain, your very identity questioned. You lie still, exhausted, and wonder if you will ever feel alive again. And yet in the darkest corner of despair, something remarkable happens. You begin to see a faint light. Not the kind that comes from applause or validation, but one that sparks within you. Rock bottom may feel like the end, but in truth it is a beginning. It strips away all the illusions, the noise, and the masks you've worn. It reveals the rawest version of you. The part that can endure storms, the part that refuses to surrender completely. Rock bottom is not where your story ends, it's where the rebuilding begins. And sometimes, being broken is the only way to discover just how much strength was hidden inside you all along. The light you discover in your darkest moments is unlike any other. It isn't given by others. It isn't dependent on praise or recognition. It's born from your own refusal to quit. You realize that your struggles are not punishments but lessons, designed not to break you but to reveal you. Heartbreak, rejection, and failure all serve a purpose. They peel away the false layers until only the truest version of yourself remains. This light reminds you that courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's a quiet decision to wake up again, to try once more, to smile even when the weight of the world presses on your chest. The truth is, resilience is built in silence. It's not about proving yourself to the world, but proving to your own soul that you are still capable of standing, breathing, and choosing life even when everything inside you tells you not to. That is the beginning of transformation. So often we think strength is about climbing mountains, making grand changes, or achieving things that others can see. But real strength is often hidden in the smallest victories. Getting out of bed when every part of you wants to stay down. Brushing your hair when you feel like disappearing. Smiling at a stranger even when your own heart feels heavy. These small acts are not insignificant. They are proof of resilience. They are whispers of courage that tell you you are still here. You are still fighting. No crowd may witness these victories, but that doesn't make them any less meaningful. The most powerful battles are often fought in silence, when no one else is looking. And it's in those hidden victories that you begin to reclaim your strength. You may not see it yet, but each small choice is building you into someone stronger, someone braver, someone who refuses to disappear. The world often tells you to shrink, to fit in, to stay quiet so others remain comfortable. But you were not created to live small. Has the sun ever asked for permission to rise? Has the ocean apologized for its waves? Has the moon ever doubted its place in the sky? Neither should you. You, too, are meant to exist boldly, to take up space, to live without apology. It's okay to rest when you're tired, to heal when you're hurting, to breathe when fear grips your chest. What matters is that you keep choosing life, even when it feels unbearable. Every second you stay, every breath you take, every tear you release. These are victories. They matter. They count. You are not behind, not broken, not lost. You are becoming. And becoming is never about perfection. It is about allowing yourself to be real, raw and alive. That is where your true strength begins. Pain often feels like a thief, stealing your joy, your energy, your sense of security. But beneath its sharp edge lies an unexpected gift. It forces you to face yourself. When everything else is stripped away, pain becomes a mirror. It shows you the strength you doubted, the resilience you never thought you had, and the courage buried deep within. Growth doesn't come wrapped in comfort. It arrives through heartbreak, loss, and uncertainty. As hard as it is to believe, pain is shaping you. It's carving out the old parts of you that no longer serve, making room for something stronger, something purer. Think of the storm that shakes the earth. Afterward, the soil is richer, the air is clearer, and new life begins to grow. In the same way, your struggles are preparing you for a season of renewal. Pain may not feel beautiful, but it is the sculptor of your transformation. Society often paints strength as never crying, never showing weakness, and moving on quickly. But real strength doesn't come from hiding pain. It comes from facing it. There is power in your softness, courage in your tears, and resilience in your honesty. To wake up and say, "I'm hurting, but I'm still here," is the essence of bravery. You don't need to prove your worth to the world. You don't need to have everything figured out. Strength is not perfection. It's persistence. It's showing up for yourself again and again, even when life knocks you down. And sometimes showing up means doing less, not more. Sometimes it's simply breathing, simply existing, simply refusing to let the darkness swallow you whole. That is strength in its truest form, the quiet endurance of a heart that refuses to stop beating. Many people wait for the perfect moment to act, the right time, the right opportunity, the right feeling. But life doesn't wait. If you wait for fear to disappear, for certainty to arrive, you may wait forever. True courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the choice to move forward despite it. Every small step you take counts. Every imperfect attempt matters. Each time you decide to keep going, you are rewriting your story. You don't need to leap across mountains. You just need to take the next step in front of you. Sometimes that step is tiny, almost invisible. But even the smallest movement forward creates momentum. And over time, those small steps become the bridge that carries you from despair to hope, from doubt to confidence, from brokenness to healing. Courage is not about speed. It's about direction. It's easy to feel behind when you look at others. Their lives seem faster, brighter, more successful. But you are not in a race. Healing has no timeline. Growth has no stopwatch. You are exactly where you need to be, not because it feels good, but because this moment is shaping you in ways you can't yet see. Life doesn't give certainty, it gives seasons. Some seasons are bright and abundant, others are dark and quiet. But both are necessary. The darkness prepares you for the light, just as winter prepares the earth for spring. Trust the process, even when it hurts, especially when it hurts. The delay does not mean denial. The silence does not mean emptiness. Your story is unfolding in its own perfect rhythm. You don't have to rush. You just have to keep going. The most powerful people in the world are not those who never fall. They are the ones who rise after every fall. Again and again, they get back up, not because life is easy, but because they've chosen to rise anyway. That's the difference. Strength is not born from comfort, it is born from struggle. Each time you fall and stand again, you build a deeper kind of resilience, one that cannot be taken away. Rising is a choice, and it doesn't require anyone else's approval. You don't need applause, validation, or permission. You just need your own willingness to keep trying. Yes, your legs may shake, your heart may feel heavy, and your path may be unclear. But still you rise. And with every rise, you become stronger than before. Not because life is fair, but because you chose to rise anyway. The world may not always believe in you. Friends may walk away. Opportunities may slip through your fingers, and voices of doubt may echo louder than encouragement. But you don't need everyone to believe. You only need one person. You, deep within. There is a light that has carried you through nights you thought you wouldn't survive. That light doesn't depend on applause or recognition. It exists simply because you do. Even when your past is loud with mistakes and your future feels silent, your present self holds the power to choose belief. Belief that you are not defined by your failures. Belief that your worth is not determined by who stayed or who left. Belief that you are worthy of love, joy, and peace simply by being alive. When you choose to believe in your own light, you stop waiting for the world to validate you. You stand, imperfect yet radiant, as proof that your existence itself is enough. It's easy to feel invisible when no one notices how hard you're trying. There are no cheering crowds when you fight battles in silence, no medals for nights you spend wrestling with your own thoughts. But these invisible battles matter. They shape you into someone stronger than most will ever understand. The fact that you keep showing up, even when no one sees, makes your journey extraordinary. Real strength is not about pretending everything is fine. It's about being honest with your pain. It's standing in front of the mirror and saying, I'm hurting, but I'm healing. I'm scared, but I'm still standing. That honesty doesn't make you weak. It makes you courageous. You don't need to fake strength to inspire others. Your authenticity, the raw truth of your struggle, is what carries the most power. And one day, someone who feels alone will see themselves in your story and find the courage to keep going too. Pain isn't pointless. Every heartbreak, every rejection, every failure carries within it a hidden lesson. It teaches patience, compassion, humility, and resilience. Pain sharpens your perspective. It shows you what truly matters and what was only ever temporary. It strips away illusions and reveals the core of who you are. And while the lesson may not be visible in the moment, with time you begin to see how every wound shaped you into someone wiser. Think of a scar. It is proof that healing happened, that you survived something meant to destroy you. Your scars don't make you less, they make you more. They are reminders of battles fought and victories earned. The pain you endure today might one day become the very wisdom that helps someone else survive. In this way, your suffering is never wasted. It becomes a bridge of hope, connecting your story to others who are searching for light. You weren't made to live someone else's version of success. You weren't made to shrink, to follow a script, or to silence your truth for acceptance. You were made to live honestly, even if that honesty makes others uncomfortable. Real freedom comes from embracing who you are, messy, imperfect, evolving. It comes from saying no when your soul needs rest, from walking away from what breaks you, from choosing joy over pressure. Not everyone will understand your choices, and that's okay. Your journey is not for their approval. Your story is not a performance. You don't owe the world explanations for why you're still healing, still growing, still learning. Living honestly means embracing the truth that you are both a work in progress and a masterpiece at the same time. And that is not weakness, it is freedom. There will be moments when your mind tells you it's over, that you've given enough, tried enough, fought enough. Your thoughts will whisper that it's pointless, that maybe this is where your story ends. But your heart knows better. It remembers the nights you thought you wouldn't make it, yet you did. It remembers the storms that once terrified you, yet passed. Your heart knows pain doesn't last forever, and that every battle you fought has led to growth. Trust that part of you, the part that still hopes even when hope feels impossible. The mind may be loud, but the heart carries wisdom. It reminds you that your journey is not over, that storms are temporary, and that light always follows darkness. You may feel weary, but as long as your heart beats, there is still more ahead of you. You are not done yet. You are not the sum of your failures, nor the echo of your regrets. You are not the people who left you, nor the dreams that slipped away. You are more. You are more than your lowest point, more than your fear, more than the mistakes that still haunt you at night. Every setback has taught you something, even if it was simply the truth that you could rise again. Your mistakes are chapters, not the whole book. They don't define your ending, they refine your story. Without them, you wouldn't carry the wisdom, empathy, or resilience you have today. Remember, these scars are not proof of weakness, they are proof of healing. And healing means progress, even when it's messy. Don't let your mistakes chain you to the past. Let them remind you of how far you've come, how much you've survived, and how deeply capable you truly are. Your life is not meant to be a perfect, polished narrative. It's a story in progress full of twists, pauses, and unexpected chapters. Some parts don't make sense yet, and that's okay. One day you'll look back and see how the most painful seasons shaped the most powerful lessons. Right now, you may only see confusion, but later, you'll see connection. Every broken road, every detour, every delay is carrying you somewhere meaningful. You don't have to rush your healing or chase someone else's timeline. Progress is not about speed, it's about direction. You're both a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. That duality is not a contradiction. It's the beauty of being human. Your unfinished story is still worthy, still important, still full of hope. And as long as you are breathing, your story is still being written. The world glorifies constant hustle, constant achievement, constant progress. But you are not a machine. You are a soul. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to pause without guilt. Rest is not weakness. Rest is recovery. It is the silence in which healing takes root, the space where clarity returns, the pause that gives strength for the next step. You don't need to earn rest. You deserve it simply by being alive. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to stop pushing, stop forcing, and allow yourself to breathe. Rest is not quitting, it is preparing. The seed does not grow in endless sunlight. It grows in cycles of light and dark. Likewise, your spirit needs both effort and stillness. So if you are weary, let yourself rest. You are not falling behind. You are gathering strength for what's ahead. Resilience isn't always loud or dramatic. Most of the time, it's quiet, hidden in the choice to try again, even when no one notices. It's found in the decision to face another day, in the courage to breathe through another wave of fear, in the persistence to move forward inch by inch. Resilience isn't glamorous, but it is powerful. It doesn't erase pain. It transforms it. Every time you choose to stay, you prove that your struggle did not win. Every time you whisper, "I won't quit," you are practicing resilience. And though it may not feel like much, those whispers accumulate into unshakable strength. You may not see the progress, but it's there. You're standing stronger today because of yesterday's battles. That is the hidden power of resilience. It grows silently, yet it makes you unstoppable. So much of life is lost in waiting. Waiting for the pain to pass, for the fear to fade, for the perfect moment to appear. But life isn't found in waiting, it's found in living. Imperfectly, uncertainly, but fully. You don't need to have all the answers to take the next step. You don't need to see the whole road to move forward. You only need the courage to live right here, right now. When you stop waiting, you start living. You begin to notice the small joys, the warmth of the sun, the sound of laughter, the comfort of your own breath. Life becomes less about perfection and more about presence. The storm may not have passed, but you can still dance in the rain. The future may be unclear, but you can still create meaning today. Living fully is not about control. It's about surrendering to the moment and choosing to make it yours. Every challenge you face shapes you in ways that comfort never could. The moments that stretch you, test you, and break you down are the very moments that build you back stronger. It may feel unfair, even unbearable, but struggle is a teacher. It teaches you patience when everything feels delayed, courage when fear grips your chest, and humility when life doesn't go as planned. You are not weak because you hurt. You are human. And within that humanity lies extraordinary strength. Look back at your journey. Every storm you endured prepared you for the next chapter. Nothing you've been through has been wasted. Every scar carries wisdom. Every fall sharpened your will. Every moment of despair was secretly carving resilience into your soul. You are not broken. You are being refined. Strength doesn't come from motivation alone. It comes from choice. Every single day, you are faced with the decision: give up or keep going. And even when you feel like you have nothing left, the smallest choice to continue forward changes everything. You don't need to climb mountains in one day. You just need to choose not to quit today. That choice, repeated again and again, becomes the foundation of your strength. It's not glamorous, it's not easy, but it is powerful. Because the truth is, transformation doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. It happens in the quiet consistency of choosing to rise again and again, no matter how blurry the path may look. True strength isn't about hiding pain or pretending everything is fine. It's about honesty. It's about looking at yourself and saying, I'm scared, I'm hurting, but I'm still here. That kind of honesty is beautiful. It's the raw truth that connects us all, because no one's journey is perfect. Everyone carries battles unseen. And when you allow yourself to live authentically, when you stop pretending, stop performing, stop shrinking, you unlock a new kind of freedom. You give yourself permission to be both fragile and powerful at the same time. That's the strength that changes lives. Not because it looks flawless, but because it is real. Maybe today you feel invisible, like your efforts don't count, like your existence doesn't matter. But hear this, your presence matters more than you realize. Somewhere, someone is inspired simply by the fact that you're still standing. Somewhere, someone sees themselves in your story and finds the courage to continue their own. You may never know the full impact of your resilience, but it is real. Every breath you take, every moment you choose to stay, every battle you fight silently, it all matters. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be, even if it feels uncertain. You are proof that survival itself is an act of strength. You've survived 100% of your hardest days. That alone makes you stronger than you realize. You are not just surviving, you are becoming. Becoming wiser, braver, and more resilient with every step. Life may not be easy, but your strength is greater than any storm you face. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep choosing to rise. Remember, every scar tells a story of survival, every tear holds a lesson, and every breath is a declaration that you are still here. And being here is enough. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video and join us on our channel for more inspiring stories that remind you of your strength, your worth, and your unshakable resilience.